Title: Fate of Leone, written by Christine T. Pahana. Chapter 7: A New Opportunity. It was nice to wake up without any rush. What to do today? Found a new pair of green fluorescent blue stripe Reebok running shoes in my closet that were collecting dust. Thought I would make a good use of them and enjoy jogging in this beautiful, warm, and humid November morning. I pulled my hair up into a ponytail and made my way out to the boardwalk, and was regretting the fact that I was wearing sweatpants and an oversized white t-shirt. I was pouring sweat and my shirt was drenched. Thankfully, I had a black tank top under instead of a bra, or else I would be getting a ticket for indecent exposure. I picked one of the mom and pop shops to take advantage of their cold tropical teas, and it certainly quenched my thirst. I sat back on their lounge chair and enjoyed the scenery. I overlooked the area where I made a fool out of myself a month ago. I blushed at the thought of it. I was about to take a sip of my tea when I heard the most attractive voice. "It's nice to see you so casual." Every hair of my body stood on end, and that twitching feeling was back. I looked up, and there was that gorgeous face hidden behind a pair of aviator Ray-Bans. His hair was brush-combed back with no gel, leaving the humidity of the air to caress his natural curls. Dressed up with a tasteful Bahamas shirt, unbuttoned, showing off his white tank top, almost showing off his whole bare torso. Might as well just take the tank top off. He was wearing short khakis with the beige flip-flops. He looked like a perfectly tan model. "Gabriel!" Almost dropping my glass of tea, and then immediately trying to fix myself, but realizing how crappy I looked. "What are you doing here?" Not realizing how rude the question was until I just said it. "I want to get some breakfast before heading out to your place. I thought I would be lucky enough to catch you in the morning, since the afternoon was unsuccessful. I was expecting your call." Sorry, I didn't call right away. Something came up. Hope everything's okay." "Yes, everything's okay, thank you. So, what was so urgent?" "Maybe we should have breakfast first and talk about it then." "Okay. We can eat here." "Sure. This is one of my favorite places to eat." "Have you tried their sea fresh omelet? It's to die for." Gabriel sounding enthused. He was right. The oyster and eggs was a good combination. This is the first I've ever had it, and it certainly won't be the last. "So, it sounds like you know this area." "Yes. My parents used to take Stephen and me here on Sundays. A great place to decompress from our parents' hectic lifestyle." As he was talking, I couldn't help but look at his forearms. There was just something so sexy about them. The eye contact he makes was this intent to make you look down every so often, making me self-conscious of how I look. And when he pauses in the middle of what he's saying, like he's contemplating on something, he bites down and makes this flexion on the muscles of his jaw that is starting to drive me crazy. "Okay, Maya, snap out of it. What the hell is wrong with me?" "I bought a house not so far from here on the shores. It's the only way I feel connected to them. The peacefulness here and the memories make that happen." After 3 years of residing here, this whole time Gabriel had a place here, I could have crossed paths with him and not even know it. "Hey, Gabriel," said Brett, the young owner of the shop, greeting him. "It's good to see you again. It looks like this acting thing has taken off for you. I saw you on the last episode of Watch. You were awesome, man." Gabriel looking and sounding humble. "Why, thank you. It's been a good season. Are you working on any other projects?" "I have one going up in a couple of auditions and haven't had any other calls. So for now, no." "Well, I can see you are having breakfast. Sorry to have bothered you. I just wanted to say hello. If there's anything you need, it's on the house." Why do rich people get things for free? I never understood that concept. "I appreciate that, Brett, but that is really unnecessary." "Whatever, bro. I'm just leaving it out there on the table for you." "Thanks, Brett. That is really kind of you." "I bet your days are always interrupted like this." "Yes. Since I've been on Watch, I've been getting a lot more looks and praise. Never had it before when I had small parts in commercials and extras. It's really weird. When the public found out about my inheritance, that was just adding more fuel to the fire. Acting is not all glamorous as it seems. It does have its downfalls." And what would that be? Sacrificing my private life. Enough about me, frowning his eyebrows. How about you? Are you working? No. As of yesterday, I've not been able to get a job, leaving out the real reason why I wasn't able to. Well, I guess that is a good thing for me. How's my situation good for you? I had a former caregiver taking care of my grandmother. There was an incident that required medical attention that the caregiver wasn't able to provide. My grandmother was almost admitted to the hospital because of it, and after that incident in the restaurant, I couldn't have thought of any better person for the job. Maya, I want you to be the caregiver for my grandmother. The feeling of anxiety was overwhelming. I left North Hills to start a new life. That included not practicing medicine anymore. I could hear my breathing, and I feel my hands start to shake, so I hid them under the table from Gabriel, hoping he doesn't see my reaction to what he was asking from me, so I tried to divert it by speaking, only to find myself stuttering. I'm not that person. I thought you would say that. How would he know what I would say, and how the hell did he know that I would say that? Before you make a permanent decision, I think it would be fair if you met my grandmother first. Then whatever decision you will make, I will respect that. Please, Maya. Now, how could I deny a proposition like that? Hearing him beg didn't suit him, but due to circumstances, I fully understand how he feels. Putting my own feelings aside, I agreed. Okay, I will meet her, and then you will respect my decision afterwards. Gabriel with a very serious look. Yes, you have my word. Let's go see her then. Where is she staying? She's staying here at the beach, just minutes away by foot. You don't mind walking with me, do you? No, I have no problem with that. It was a grueling 20-minute walk on the beach. The sand worked my calves off, reminding me of how out of shape I was, and I thought that jog was grueling enough. My paranoia started to kick in. Is he leading me to a secluded place so he can have his way with me? Is this trap? Maybe Stephen had a change of heart and thinks I'm a liability and wants to get rid of me. Then I look at Gabriel's calves flex from every step in the soft sand. It was a good distraction from my doom of worries. There is her house, Gabriel pointing to what it looked like a mansion. I couldn't get a good look of it because it was glistened by a mirage. The closer we got, the size of the house got bigger. It was secluded away from the rest of the homes, making them puny in comparison. It really stood out. It was a magnificent 2-story Mediterranean-style home. It looked about 9,000, 10,000 square feet, give or take. The tile roof was burgundy brown. The color scheme was an earthly brown shade. We were entering from the back. There was an outside covered balcony on the second floor, separated on each side of the house. The landscaping was so clean-cut and green, it looked like an oasis. There was an eternity pool right at the center. Before entering the house, there were 3 archways. The windows were arch-shaped. Through the entry was a glass door shaped as an arch as well. As we entered the inside, it literally sucked air out of my lungs. The amount of space was enormous. I was hesitant to walk further in because I was afraid of the possible danger that awaits me. Then a sudden calmness overshadowed me by a sweet voice with a familiar Scottish accent. Is that you, sweet pea? No, it can't be. Yes, Grandma, it's me. Gabriel with a sweet, boyish voice. I have a visitor. Okay, I'll be right there in a jiffy. An old, sweet voice echoing throughout the 40-foot high atrium of the home. Grandma, I'll be right up there to help you down. Don't be ridiculous. I can manage myself. I look at Gabriel. Feisty one, isn't she? She is only like that with me and Stephen. Stephen? I can't picture Stephen being scolded on. I am longing for that day. There were brown, simply carved wooden columns that were on each corner of a sunken living room. Adjacent to the living room was this huge open space leading to the kitchen. It was the first thing I saw when we walked in. To the right of the living room was a private dining room. A beautiful 8-foot wide tapestry was floating above the marble-top buffet. The dining table and chairs were elegant and rustic. There was a bronze-finished Mediterranean-style chandelier that was illuminated by 14 frosted incandescent bulbs. To the left of the living room, there was a French glass door leading into an office. Out of the office was an open area. A study, I believe. The walls in that area were lined with bookshelves stacked